There's some advice that I've heard all my life, and I've never thought it would apply to me until now. Hi, I'm Brittany, and welcome back to the Late Bloomer Diaries. Today, I just wanted to talk about some advice that I've heard throughout the years of my life that I never thought would apply to me in any situation. But as I've been going along my journey, I realized that it's a completely different story. So, number one would be to slow down. Um, Granted, I feel like my I'm late, I guess, in my life. When I was younger, I always heard like it's okay, like slow down. But you're young and just grabbing life by the horns and you're just moving and shaking and doing everything and you feel like you just want to accomplish so much and um, I've been learning that, you know, it's okay to take things slow. Um, Taking things slow doesn't necessarily mean that you don't have anything going on or you're not working towards a goal. Um, it's just sometimes it's better to take things slow, and I feel like you have more opportunity to kind of see all aspects of the situation, whatever it may be. So, yeah, taking it slow is number one. Number two is you can't rush healing. And I guess I would say for this one, um, being young, especially in my 20s, I had a very, I won't say nonchalant attitude, but it was very easy to get over a situation. Now, granted, I have been through a lot of things, so it was easier for me to just kind of push it to the side and say, well, I've been through worse. But I feel like in my 20s, I definitely, it was easier, I would say, to just go out, party, drink, and not really have to. You would think that you were dealing with the problem, but yeah, technically, you're just masking the feelings. You weren't really doing healing. You were pretending like you were healed, and you really aren't. So, um, a lot of avoidance, I would say, took place. And yeah, you, like I said, you think that you've gotten past certain issues, and you know, unfortunately, those things tend to rear their head at a later time, especially when you don't partake in those activities anymore. So, um, yeah, you're kind of forced to deal with whatever the situation is. So, yeah. Number three is you don't have to have it all figured out. Now, this one's kind of hard for me because I am very much, I talk about how I'm a perfectionist. And, I was, I guess, a little bit worse when I was younger. I thought that, by age 22, I was going to be married already with twins and I was going to be living in this, house and, the picket fence and the dog and graduate and have my degree and work and have this amazing career. And yeah, none of that has happened. So um, I think the case with this is just it's very nerve wracking and scary not to know, the answers. It's, what can I say? It's, mm, I guess not figuring out it for me is like not having clarity in the situation where maybe you feel like you should or you think you should have all the answers and you don't, and then maybe that makes you feel less than, yeah, I don't know. I'm still trying to work through not having everything figured out, but it's, yeah, something that an advice that I see where I definitely did not have it figured out. I still don't have it figured out. And a lot of adults right now don't have it figured out. There's people in their 50s still trying to figure it out. And, you just never know the curveballs that life will throw you. So, yeah. Number four, rest is productive. This is something that I am really working through right now because um, I'm the type of person where like I'm always doing something, even if I'm not like out and about in the world, like doing things, being active or productive. I'm always doing things at home. Um, I was a child that like loved school, loved reading, loved doing my homework on the weekends. My best friend will tell you this. I spend Saturdays like doing homework, so I never thought like rest would be in any way productive. Um, but now, as an adult, it rest has become very vital. It is very productive, very vital, especially now. Like, excuse me, as an adult, you know, you. I feel like we're all living in exhaustion, and you just need that rest as part of like your wellness. It's I feel like very important to your health that you get rest. Um, yeah, I saw a lot of us like running around just on fumes, and I don't know, like I just I don't like the feeling of being burnt out. Um, I don't like what that looks like for me. I don't like what that feels like for me, and um, in this rat race that we're all in, I just I kind of reject that notion like that we all have to just be going and going and going and going and going and going and going. Energizer Bunny. I think it would be beneficial for all of us to have at least like some points in our week or days where we just simply rest, free our minds, relax. So yes, rest is productive. Number five, to trust yourself. Um, with this one, like I feel like for a point in time I did trust myself, but when situations would I would follow my gut and situations didn't go through as I thought they would, I feel like I lost the trust in myself. Um, yeah, I just for some reason I don't know, like with this things happen continuously, and you're like, okay, well, it looks like I can't really rely on myself to make the correct decision. So I've become very indecisive in things. Um, Not only that, like just looking for then outside validation from anybody and everybody about who I was, what I should be doing, which steps to take, which way I should go. And I'm learning that, like, from the previous one, I don't have to really have all the answers to trust myself. Trust my gut when something doesn't feel right or look right for me because I'm the person that knows me the best. So I shouldn't be looking for, especially strangers to validate me or tell me, um, you know, which way, which direction I should be taking in life. It's good to get advice, but to take that as law, um, no, I think you need to trust God, trust your gut. And the one of the ones that's pretty hard for me that I never thought would apply to my life is not everyone can go with you. And this one's a tough one. I thought that, a lot of my friends that I have been friends with since like elementary school, kindergarten. And, I thought that staying friends with these people, it meant like, I'm loyal. I'm a loyal person. And unfortunately, I, I don't want to say loyalty is not everything, but sometimes you have to take a step back and look at the situation, look at the friendship, and you, I want to value the quantity, no, not the quantity, the quality of the friendship, not the qualities of, or the quantities, good Lord, the quantities of the friendships that I have. Let me say that one more time. I do not want just a bunch of friends. So, quantities of friendships that had no quality, no substance, no nothing. Especially after trying to, I guess, be a better person and moving into a different direction in my life. Um, you realize, like, well, I realized that some of the people that I was, keeping around brought nothing but drama. And I just, I'm at a point where I don't want to be around negativity. I don't want that energy around me. And it's very draining, soul sucking. Um, yeah, and it's just, I feel like it's very detrimental to be around people like that. So, um, yeah, at the end of the day, you outgrow your friends, and it's a sad thing because that's a, a relationship that you have to grieve. And when I tell you that grieving a friendship that you had for decades is like one of the toughest things you'll have to do, it really is. Because you had so many memories with this person, whether good or bad. Um, yeah, it's not fun to lose a friendship, but like I said, you have to remember that not everybody is supposed to go with you in your journey. Now, who's to say that maybe you guys will reconnect later on, but there are parts in your life where everybody's not meant to go with you. Um, yeah, yeah. um, I don't think that, I don't know, looking back, like I feel like I didn't necessarily ignore this advice or think it was like wrong, except for the friendship thing. I really thought that was something that I would never have to apply to my life. But now I'm seeing that they were very, very valid points. I think that sometimes it just takes you growing and continuing on your journey, um, time, it'll definitely have you seeing some of these points as valid. um, yeah, timing, timing. But yeah, I wanted to say I noticed some views on my videos. So, whoever you are that's out there, thank you very much for watching. This will be my first, like, YouTuber spiel, but if you liked this video, make sure you like, comment, and hit that subscribe button. And yeah, thanks for being here, and I will catch you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.